Hello, and welcome back. Today we have, playing through my Sega Genesis collection, number 14, Mortal Kombat 2. Developed and published by Midway, Mortal Kombat 2 was released for arcades in 1993. The follow-up to the hugely successful Mortal Kombat, the sequel was ported to home consoles the following year in September 1994, this time released on Mortal Friday. Developed by Probe Software and published by Acclaim Entertainment, the Sega Genesis port was another massive commercial success, despite continued controversy over the violent nature of the game, with the blood and fatalities available from the start, with no need for a cheat code. From the title screen, the game is intensely dark, with flashes of lightning and foreboding music, marking an ominous sign of things to come. While there is no on-screen text, the game manual provides some background information to help set up the narrative. 500 years ago, the shapeshifter Shang Tsung was banished from the Outworld to the Mother Realm Earth for his crimes. There, with the aid of his pupil Goro, a hideous half-human dragon, he was to atone for his crimes by unbalancing the furies of the realm, allowing his master Shao Kahn and his minions to enter the Dominion and rule forever. He was defeated. He returned to the Outworld a failure, facing execution at the hands of Shao Kahn, supreme ruler of the Outworld, the astral planes of Shokan, and the surrounding kingdoms. With the apparent death of Goro, his fate seemed sealed, but Shang Tsung told Shao Kahn of his plan for revenge, a plot so evil and twisted, even Shao Kahn was persuaded to grant him one final opportunity to redeem himself. He cleverly lured his adversaries to the bizarre Outworld, where they would face a new challenge, a tournament hosted by Shao Kahn himself. Today, the tournament begins again. The basic premise of Mortal Kombat 2 is that of a typical one-on-one fighter. Deplete your opponent's health before they can do the same to you. The combat system is mostly the same from the first game, with a few refinements and fine-tuning for a quicker flow and enhanced feel. Each fighter has the same basic offensive strikes, such as a high punch, high kick, or low kick. Combining these with directional inputs allows for new possibilities and added variation. Fighters can quickly sweep an opponent off their feet, grab and throw them to the ground, slam their face with an uppercut, or send them flying across the stage with a powerful roundhouse kick. Mobility options provide an added layer to the combat, with the ability to jump to avoid damage, jump to strike from above, duck below a high attack, or block, but blocking does take a little bit of damage. Unique to each character are a series of special moves, requiring specific and more complex button inputs to unleash iconic attacks, such as Liu Kang's bicycle kick or Reptile's acid spit. Deplete your opponent's health meter, and you win the round. Win 2 out of 3 rounds, and you are rewarded with a final moment to finish off for good your now defenseless opponent. This time, though, the variety of finishers is expanded, with multiple different options. You can stick it to your opponent with one of 2 gruesome character fatalities. You can choose to show mercy with a moment of friendship. Or you can turn your opponent into a literal crybaby with a babality. Activating these require quick and often complicated button inputs while standing a certain distance from your opponent. Activating a babality has the added requirement of defeating your opponent without using any punches. Otherwise, it can't be performed. In addition, 3 different levels have their own stage fatality for environmental carnage, including a new twist on the pit. To take down Shao Kahn, the player can select from 12 different fighters, with 5 returning characters and 7 new characters. The only previous fighters that don't return are Sonya and Kano, who do appear in the background as prisoners of Shao Kahn, explaining their absence. No longer just an opponent, Shang Tsung is now a playable fighter, with a new youthful appearance. To conquer the arcade ladder, the player must overcome a series of battles against all 12 characters, with Shang Tsung always the final opponent before the sub-boss. Endurance and mirror matches don't return, but you will fight yourself at some point along the ladder. Also missing is the Test Your Might minigame, making the arcade ladder a more streamlined progression for less delay between battles. In Mortal Kombat 2, the sub-boss is Kintaro, a kindred spirit of the former Grand Champion Goro. With Goro missing, Kintaro steps up to take his place as supreme ruler of Shao Kahn's armies. Stronger and more agile than his predecessor, he is enraged by Goro's defeat. Kintaro vows to take revenge on the Earth Warriors responsible. As expected, Kintaro is a ruthless force to be reckoned with. Whether it's a Randy Orton-like power slam, a stomp into the dirt, or a straight-up punch, Kintaro has several high-powered attacks to finish your health off with just a few moves. He will be a massive roadblock to overcome, but if you can take him out, all that remains is Shao Kahn himself. The supreme ruler of the Outworld, Shao Kahn governs the astral planes of Shokan and all surrounding kingdoms. 500 years ago, he banished the shapeshifter Shang Tsung into the Mother Realm Earth to pay for his crimes. Shang Tsung was to unbalance the Furies and create a weakness into Earth's dimensional gates. This weakness in the gates would allow Khan and his minions to forever walk the Earth and plague its inhabitants to a dark and chaotic existence. Only then would Shang Tsung be cleared of his offense and the curse be lifted. Shao Kahn hits with extreme force, yielding high damage. But his downfall is his arrogance. Shao Kahn never misses an opportunity to taunt and threaten you, but this leaves him vulnerable and open to an attack. Unfazed though, he will continuously throw shade your way, but this will ultimately be his demise. Survive the gauntlet of the arcade ladder, and victory is yours. Each fighter has a specific reason for entering the tournament, and these story details are available in the game manual, with a follow-up story ending after defeating Shao Kahn. Liu Kang's ending is considered the true canon ending of the tournament, but some elements from different character endings are also considered canon, but it doesn't become clear which until the sequel Mortal Kombat 3 further expands the narrative. Now, here are a few highlights showcasing the different moves, fatalities, and endings for each of the available fighters, including background details from the game manual. Liu Kang. After winning back the Shaolin tournament from Shang Tsung's twisted clutches and returning him to the Outworld in disgrace, Liu Kang returned to his temples. He discovered his sacred home in ruins, his Shaolin brothers lost in a vicious battle with a horde of Outworld warriors, a parting salvo from Shang Tsung and his minions. Now, he travels into the Dark Realm to seek revenge.
Fight. Outstanding. 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 Finish him. Finish her. Finish him. Finish him.
With his Shaolin Temple in ruins, Liu Kang journeys into the Outworld. He enters Shao Kahn's tournament and unleashes a fury that does not end until the defeat of Shao Kahn. Liu Kang then returns to the seclusion of his Shaolin Temple and pays his respects to his lost brothers. He finally realizes that the events which have taken place were all fulfillment of his destiny. Kung Lao, a former Shaolin monk and member of the White Lotus Society, Kung Lao is the last descendant of the great Kung Lao, who was defeated by Goro 500 years ago, allowing the tournament to fall into Shang Tsung's evil hands. Realizing the danger the Outworld menace poses to all Earth, he joins Liu Kang in entering Shao Kahn's contest.
Fight. Outstanding. Finish her. Finish him. Finish him. Finish her. Finish him.
A former Shaolin monk alongside Liu Kang, Kung Lao also grieves the loss of their Shaolin brothers. He realizes that his ultimate fate lies within the dark realm of the Outworld. He defeats his Outworld opponents until he emerges the Supreme Champion. With his strength and spirit in complete alignment, he finally avenges the death of his great ancestor, although his greatest challenges lie ahead. Johnny Cage. The world was shocked when martial arts movie star Johnny Cage disappeared from the set of his latest film. But in truth, he was following his former ally Liu Kang into Outworld, where he plans to compete in a twisted tournament in which lies the balance of Earth's existence, as well as a script for another blockbuster movie.
Fight. Outstanding. Outstanding. Finish him. Outstanding. Outstanding. Finish him. Fight. Finish him. Finish her. Finish him.
After disappearing from the set of his latest movie, Johnny Cage finally resurfaces. He used all his knowledge and experiences as a fighter to end the Outworld menace. Now heralded as a true hero, Johnny Cage receives the respect he rightfully deserves. He also gets his inspiration for the sequel to his blockbuster movie, Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 2 is released and quickly becomes the greatest motion picture event of all time. Johnny Cage realizes that Mortal Kombat 3 is inevitable. Reptile. Shang Tsung's personal protector, Reptile, lurks in the shadows, stopping all those who would do his master harm. His human form is believed to disguise a horrific reptilian creature whose race was thought extinct millions of years ago. He enters the contest, hoping to defeat all and protect his master.
Fight. Outstanding. Outstanding. Fight. Outstanding. Finish him. Finish him. Finish him.
Reptile has always loyally served as Shang Tsung's protector. While maintaining a very low profile in the first tournament, he discovered Shang Tsung's plot to force the remaining members of his race into slavery under Shao Kahn's rule. Reptile then devises a plan of his own. He enters the Outworld tournament, defeats Shao Kahn, and turns against Shang Tsung, ending his master's scheme. Now, his race can live on in their own peaceful existence. Sub-Zero. Thought to have been vanquished in the Shaolin tournament, Sub-Zero mysteriously returns. It is believed this secretive member of the Lin Kuei, a legendary clan of Chinese ninjas, has traveled into the Outworld to again attempt an assassination of Shang Tsung. To do so, he must fight his way through Shao Kahn's tournament.
Fight. Outstanding. Fight. Outstanding.
When Sub-Zero failed to return from the Shaolin tournament, rumors of Shang Tsung's survival reached the Lin Kuei clan. They immediately sent another assassin to complete the task. This new warrior is actually the younger brother of the original Sub-Zero. He enters the Outworld tournament and accomplishes his task. He learns of Scorpion's foul vendetta against his brother, but he will never know why his life was spared. Perhaps a third tournament is in his future. Shang Tsung. After losing control of the Shaolin tournament and returning to the Outworld in disgrace, the shapeshifter Shang Tsung promised his ruler Shao Kahn that he could still unbalance the Furies and allow Shao Kahn to take over the Earth. His plan was to lure the Earth warriors to compete in the Outworld, and then, win or lose, never to let them return. Convinced of this plan, Shao Kahn restored Shang Tsung's youth.
Fight! Outstanding. Fight! Outstanding. Finish him. Finish her. Finish him. Finish him.
Shang Tsung not only turns against and defeats both Kintaro and Shao Kahn, he also takes over their rule of the Outworld. With Shao Kahn's armies at his command, he finally unbalances the Furies. He weakens the dimensional gates between the Outworld and the Earth Realm. Along with his elite group of sorcerers, he uses this weakness to march a never-ending horde of demons into the Earth, dooming its inhabitants to eternal darkness. Have a nice day. Kitana. Kitana's beauty hides her savage role as a personal assassin for Shao Kahn. Seen talking to an Earthrealm warrior, her motives have come under suspicion by her twin sister Melina, but only Kitana knows her own true intentions.
Fight! Outstanding. Outstanding. Finish him. Outstanding. Finish her. Finish him. Finish him.
Through her years of working as an assassin, Katana has learned many secrets, especially about her own past. She finds that Mileena is not her twin sister, but a grotesque clone created by Shang Tsung. She learns that her parents were former rulers of the Outworld, overthrown by Shao Kahn. Determined to take back what is rightfully hers, she must defeat Shao Kahn. She does so by entering the tournament. She retakes her parents' castle and restores the Outworld back into a realm of nobility. Jax. Major Jackson Briggs was leader of the U.S. Special Forces unit, of which Lieutenant Sonya Blade was a member. After receiving a signal from Sonya, Jax embarks on a rescue mission, hoping to retrieve both Sonya and the elusive Kano, a wanted criminal and leader of the Black Dragon organization. Sonya's trail leads him into the ghastly Outworld, where he believes both Sonya and Kano to be held prisoner.
Fight. Outstanding. Gotcha. Finish him. Finish him. Finish him. Finish him. Finish him.
Jax finds Sonya held captive, alongside their arch-enemy, Kano. Her only chance of escape is by Jax entering Shao Kahn's tournament. With fierce determination, he catches the Outworld warriors off guard and wins the tournament. This brings Shao Kahn's rule to a crashing halt. During the chaos that follows, Jax and Sonya escape through the dimensional gate from which they entered. Kano once again eludes capture, but Jax and Sonya know they will cross paths with him in the future. Mileena. Serving as an assassin, along with her twin sister Katana, Mileena's dazzling appearance conceals her hideous intentions. At Shao Kahn's request, she is asked to watch for her twin's suspected dissension, and must put a stop to it at any cost.
Fight. Outstanding. Fight. Outstanding. Finish him. Finish him. Finish him. Finish him. Finish her.
Once thought to be Kitana's twin sister, Mileena is actually a grotesque clone created by Shang Tsung. With Shao Kahn suspicious of Kitana's motives, Mileena seizes the opportunity to attack Shao Kahn and his minions. Caught off guard, they are no match for Mileena's speed. She wins the tournament, and together with her secret companion Baraka, they rule the world as king and queen. Baraka led the attack against Liu Kang's Shaolin Temple. He belongs to a nomadic race of mutants living in the wastelands of the Outworld. His fighting skills and dreaded blade fury gained the attention of Shao Kahn, who then recruited him into his army of destruction.
Fight! Finish him. Finish him. Finish her.
Known for his unpredictable actions and wild fits of anger, Baraka goes on a rampage. After defeating the Earth Warriors, he attacks Shang Tsung, Kintaro, and finally, Shao Kahn himself. After defeating Shao Kahn, Baraka's race of mutants rise from the wastelands and rebel against what is left of Shao Kahn's army. Eventually they win, and the Outworld comes under the rule of King Baraka. Scorpion. This reincarnated Spectre is back after learning of Sub-Zero's return. He again stalks the Ninja Warrior, following him into the dark realm of the Outworld, where he continues his personal mission to avenge the loss of his family at the hands of the Lin Kuei clan.
Fight! Outstanding. Fight! Fight! Outstanding. Finish him. Finish him. Finish her.
Upon learning of Sub-Zero's reappearance, Scorpion enters Shao Kahn's tournament. He witnesses Sub-Zero spare the life of an opponent, and realizes that this is not the same Sub-Zero who murdered him long ago. He lets the ninja live and goes on to defeat the Outworlders in their unholy contest. With the defeat of Shao Kahn, Scorpion discovers a new purpose for his existence. He becomes the guardian of the new Sub-Zero to atone for murdering his brother and in preparation for a third tournament. Raiden, once again, spelled with a Y. Watching the events unfold from high above, the mystic Raiden realizes the grim intentions of Shao Kahn. After warning the remaining warriors from the Shaolin tournament, Raiden soon disappears. He is believed to have ventured into the Outworld alone.
Fight! Finisher. Finish him. Finisher.
Familiar with Shang Tsung's lies and Shao Kahn's brutality, Raiden accepts their challenge to compete. He is well aware of their scheme to unbalance the Furies and invade the Earth Realm. Raiden vows to use all of his might to end their treachery. Winning the tournament, Raiden destroys Shao Kahn and all his minions. He destroys the dimensional gates, which would have been their passageway to the Earth Realm. Continuing in the spirit of mystery and rumors of the first game, Mortal Kombat 2 does have 3 secret characters to discover. These are not playable fighters, but are hidden opponents if special objectives are completed. While fighting in certain stages, these strange and shadowy figures will briefly pop up, hinting that there are riddles to solve and secrets to uncover. One of these fighters is the assassin Jade. To fight Jade, you must defeat your opponent with only low kicks on the stage just before the Shang Tsung match. This will be hinted at with a question mark on the ladder, and if done correctly, you will be teleported for the battle.
Fight! Fight!
The next secret fighter is Smoke, a gray-clad ninja. To reach Smoke, you must battle on the portal stage and uppercut your opponent until the famous Toasty prompt. While the image of sound designer Dan Forden is still on screen, quickly press down and start to be teleported to the battle.
Fight! Fight!
The final secret character is Noob Saibot, which is Boone and Tobias spelled backwards, as a nod to the game's creators. Noob Saibot is an all-black, silhouette ninja that can be reached if you win 25 straight matches in 2-player mode. although it was heavily rumored, Blaze, and the player named Hornbuckle, seen fighting in the background of the pit, are not secret fighters. Blaze was eventually added to the game as an official character, but this was not the original plan when he appeared in the background of Mortal Kombat 2. Overall, Mortal Kombat 2 took the grisly and bloody clashes of the first game and raised the stakes. The gameplay is faster and deadlier than ever, with new, horrid fatalities, action-packed violence, eerily dark music, and amazing graphics for the time, with beautifully smooth visuals using digitized sprites. The stage designs perfectly capture the ominous atmosphere of the Outworld, with unnerving and creepy themes. This dank and dreary vibe captures the essence of the experience you will have playing Mortal Kombat 2, as the arcade ladder will leave you feeling dejected, helpless, and trapped in an eternal battle of attrition in the Outworld. In the words of Shao Kahn,
You will die. Fight.
and you definitely will die. Mortal Kombat 2 is an incredibly cheap, rage-inducing, and brutal experience. The AI will instantaneously respond to your button inputs with impossible reaction times and the perfect counters no matter what you throw at them. Your opponents literally cheat with game-breaking and animation-skipping sequences that will leave you in a fit of anger. The game will blatantly ignore your strikes even if they go right through an opponent's hitbox, just for them to unleash a powerful follow-up strike of their own. Perfectly time a jump kick with your opponent on the ground, with no time to recover, and you are rewarded with a ridiculous counter that skips the animation frames and simply teleports your opponent straight into your face. Try a sneaky leg sweep or uppercut, and you come up just a little bit short of range, but not out of your opponent's range. Piss them off by getting a little offense in, and they will respond in full, leaving you with no time to recover, counter, or even block, ending the round in short order. I understand trying to squeeze every last quarter out of the kids in the arcade, but this is just stupid. It's not challenging, it's not fun, and it's not fair. Beating the game requires exploiting gameplay patterns or utilizing cheat codes, as changing the difficulty to very easy makes no difference at all. I don't recommend this game unless you are playing with friends in 2-player mode, as the single-player arcade is simply an unbearable nightmare. Check it out for yourself if you want, but pirates, ye be warned. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time for playing through my Sega Genesis collection, number 15.
You will die.